Hi everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. I'm making Italian stuffed mushrooms today. It's been a really long time since I've made mushrooms, and hopefully they'll come out really good. I don't know. So maybe you can try this recipe out and let me know what variation you might want to do to it. But I've already chopped up my onions and I have some garlic already in here, and I'm going to throw it in the chopper because I'm being really lazy, and I'm going to take care of that. But it would help if I plug it in first. And then, well, let's do that really quick. Finely chopped. Get them, like, really chopped really well. And, love this machine. Okay. So while we're doing that, that's finely chopped pretty well. Look how finely chopped that is. I'm going to go over to my already hot heated pan and put it back on the burner because I've made it too hot, as I usually do. I didn't have my spoons out and ready. Alright, let's just do it like this. Cook that up just for a little bit, maybe about 3 minutes, and cook that for about 3 minutes. Okay, so while this is cooking, we're letting these onions and garlic sweat a little. We're going to put a little bit of salt in there and a little bit of pepper, and I'm also going to put in some Italian seasonings. I mean, let those herbs come out. One of these days I'm going to squeeze this like I'm squeezing it now. One of these days I'm going to squeeze it and the cap is going to pop off and it's going to pour in like a whole couple of seasonings in there. Okay, so let the garlic and onions sizzle for a little bit and let them cook in the olive oil. And then your ingredients here, you're going to need, are right here on the counter behind me. You need breadcrumbs, olive oil, forget the vegetable oil, that's for something else I'm making. And salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, grated Romano cheese, Parmesan cheese. You can use any kind of cheese, but I'd really rather have the Parmesan or Romano cheese. And I'm going to cook it down with a little bit of Merlot, some red wine. And then once it's all mixed together, it's going to be mixed together with the ricotta cheese. That's your portobello.
What kind of cheese?
Ricotta cheese.
Regatta cheese? You got your regatta?
Ricotta, ricotta. You know, some people. Everyone says it differently.
That smells yummy.
Doesn't it? So let's really come really quick over to the mushrooms, and I'll show you exactly what needs to be done with the mushrooms. I already started one of them, and I already cleaned them off. You want to clean off your mushrooms with a paper towel, which I've already done so. You want to get all the dirt and anything off of there, and as you can see, I've already done that with my paper towel. So all of them are clean already. Do not wash your mushrooms in water, because it's just going to soak up the water. So basically, you take your stem out, kind of just jiggle it a little bit, and pop it out. Set that to the side. Take your spoon or your melon baller and clean out just a little bit. Don't scrape too hard because you don't want to go and break the actual mushroom. But scrape all those gills out of there. What do you want to call them? I call them flavor. I love them because it's still going to be good. I forgot to get my bowl out, so we're just going to throw it here on the cutting board for now. Hey, that's not really coming out as well as I thought it would. But anyway, this is what you want to do to your mushrooms, and you want to get them out like that and clean them. So I'm going to do that to all of these, and then when we come back, we'll be ready to make the actual mixture. Alrighty. Okay, so what I've done is I've already hollowed out all of the mushrooms, and there's one right there. You can see that really good. And look how beautiful those mushrooms look. Portobello baby mushrooms, whatever the hell they're called. And so I took the stems and I'm putting them in the chopper. That's fine, I just started it. Took the stems and I'm putting them in the chopper because you want to use the stems as a filler. Instead of having too much breadcrumbs and having all breadcrumbs, I'm not using any meat right now. So this is a meatless, vegetarian type of stuffed mushrooms. So I'm putting it in the chopper and chop that up really fine. And then I'm going to throw it in with the onions and the garlic. Throw it in with the onions and the garlic. And by the way, I was told that I was showing way too much cleavage. So I put on an apron so you wouldn't have to be bothered with all that cleavage, you know. So I also took
I'm not bothered by it.
I also took out, when I took out not only the stems.
Well, maybe hot and bothered.
Yeah, maybe. When I took out all the stems, I also took out the gills that I was showing you, and I put the gills in here. And you don't have to use the gills, but to me that adds more flavor. So if you walk with me over to the stove, and I'll show you, I'm going to put all this stuff in. Don't chew that. Go over to the stove. And lower the temperature, please. Where is my spatula? My rubber spatula.
In the drawer with the rubbers.
In the drawers with utensils.
Utensils. The rubber utensil.
Keep this clean, Mr. Phil, okay? You don't know what kind of kids might be watching this video.
Rubber utensils.
So I'm throwing in the mushroom stems that are already chopped up into the olive oil with the garlic and the onions, and let that cook and get some really great flavor out of that, because this is going to be your stuffing. Okay, you don't like that on my wrist? Is that what it is? You lowered it really too low.
Said lower, you didn't say how low.
Hello, can you go?
How low can you go?
Alright, so we're mixing it, and I'm going to let that cook for a little bit, and I'm going to be brave, and I know it's not the prettiest thing ever, but I'm throwing in those gills too, because...
Flavor!
Exactly.
Mucho más flavor.
Because you'd rather have more mushroom taste than have breadcrumb taste, right?
No breadcrumbs.
Hey, now anything left over, then you go to the store tomorrow and buy... While my camera crapped out on me, didn't even know that it stopped. I don't know where I left off from that last cut me off kind of sentence.
You were going to the store.
Whatever. So anyway, I tasted my mushroom mixture that's cooking here, and I realized that it needed a little bit more salt, and I was not quite satisfied with the taste of garlic that was in it, so I added 3 more cloves of garlic. Because whatever that garlic was not enough for me.
7 cloves of garlic. Wow.
It was not 7 cloves of garlic.
It was 2. I put in 4. You put in 3. That's 7. Can you add, woman?
So good with the math.
Can you add?
Okay, so I'm adding in, got the flame on pretty high, well, the electricity, and I'm adding in wine, and I don't really know how much that is. I probably should really measure it, don't you think? I don't know. Oh, that's not a measuring cup. So I was taking pictures of the measuring drawer. This is less than a cup. That looks like a half a cup. Well, that's what we're using, a half a cup. And you want to cook out your wine for 3 minutes or so. I don't know how the hell long you just cook it out. Until the alcohol disappears. You just want the flavor. This is not a dish you're going to get drunk off of. Right, Phil?
Right.
Ooh, that smells really good. I gotta tell you, I really am the worst when it comes to working with an electric stove. I'm really miss my gas stove. I don't like having an electric stove. But I lowered the temperature because I had it too high, and I don't know if it's too high or not. Anyway, so it's going to cook for 3 minutes, and then we're going to do the stuffing. That's what we're going to do the next step. Okay. We're going to put in some cheese. Put in some Parmesan cheese. I'm not measuring. I don't know. Just throwing in as much as I desire. I don't know. You put in as much as you want. And throwing in some ricotta cheese. Ricotta. Ricotta, however you want to say it. That's what it is. See it? Nice and close up. I don't know how I'm going to put it, how much I'm going to put in there, but I'm just going to take some heaping scoops in there and throw that in there, and then always one for the cook. Always one for the cook, because this is some good, damn-ass good stuff. I love that stuff. You need to try this with a little bit of sugar. It makes such a great dessert. Cinnamon and sugar mixed together, really good. Alright, so, hey, you know what? I can't remember if I added an egg to this last time I made this. I don't know if I should add an egg or not. But I'm mixing it all together and make it nice and smooth, and then throw in some breadcrumbs. Because you want to have nice breadcrumb flavors. Hey, no whoa-ho-ho that I put too much breadcrumbs, because you never know how this is supposed to come out. This is my recipe, not any book recipe. You just throw it all together. I don't know, I might add an egg to it. I don't know, what do you think? It's been a long time since I made this. I'm wanting some more ricotta cheese in my mouth. Alright, well, the next clip you will see me stuffing the mushrooms. Okay, so I have preheated my oven to 350, and I've already started stuffing the mushrooms, and I did not add an egg to this like I was thinking about adding. I've added actually sour cream. Don't turn your nose up at the sour cream. The sour cream is giving it moisture because it was a little dry because I did add a little bit too much breadcrumbs. It was a little bit too thick and I didn't like the texture. So I added some sour cream, which is another recipe that I used to make. And when I used to stuff my mushrooms, I used to use sour cream instead of ricotta cheese, because I wasn't always able to afford to have ricotta cheese, because you know that's $5 a carton. And where you can get sour cream for like $1.50, it does the same thing. It does a really good job. So here I am taking the spoon and stuffing my mushrooms as best as I can. You know, a little sloppy, that's okay. And I have a little bit extra stuffing left over, so you can either save it or you can throw it out, whatever you want. But of course, you don't want to throw it out because it's good stuff. So you can use it for something else. Use it for another vegetable. Maybe stuff some zucchini maybe and bake that. Or you could get some more mushrooms. There's only a little bit left. See, that much is left. And because I put too much breadcrumbs, that's why. And because I don't measure. So I just throw things together and however it comes out. And it tastes really good. And I don't have any egg in here, so I can taste it. That tastes really good. So here are the mushrooms. I already put on a baking sheet. This is actually my grill pan, not a baking sheet. And I put olive oil on there. They're not staying straight. They don't need to be uniform. Even though it has olive oil on it, and you don't want them to stick to it, you want to drizzle just a little bit of olive oil along the top. Ooh, that one got too much. Actually, this bottle's kind of heavy, and it's a full bottle, so I'm having a hard time drizzling. But only because you want to try and get a crispy top. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not professional chefs. And you put it in the oven for about 30 minutes.
Put some black pepper on the top of them?
Well, if you want. I mean, I have black pepper in the mix. But
okay.
If you want black pepper on top, I'll throw black pepper on top.
Too bad we didn't have fresh cracked black pepper.
Yeah, we don't
black
have
pepper.
one of those yet. We don't have a fresh cracked pepper mill.
Cracker.
Whatever. What is it?
Pepper mill.
Pepper
Cracked
mill.
pepper cracker.
No, I did not sample the wine before I poured it into the mixture. So that's it, about 30 minutes, and that's it. And I am actually going to make some flan right after this. A different flan, a cream cheese flan I'm going to check out. And the only difference between that and the other flan that I've made was you're just adding a package of cream cheese. So hopefully that'll turn out good. I don't know. I'm just going to check it out. I found that recipe on YouTube. A few people are doing it. So hopefully these mushrooms will come out delicious. In 30 minutes, we'll be ready to have dinner. Okay, thanks for watching. Hey, if you have any suggestions of what I can do with this leftover mushroom mixture stuffing with the mushrooms and the onions and the garlic and the breadcrumbs and the ricotta cheese and the Parmesan cheese, and pepper and salt, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Okay? And these are almost ready to go into the oven. Waiting for the oven to preheat. See, it's at 350. And we're waiting for it to... I don't know why the camera's doing that. That's weird. The numbers are moving, but they're not moving on my stove. Anyway, that's weird. So, I'm going to cook them for 30 minutes, and then I will show you the finished product when it's done.